All right, so a little quick and dirty Wuyang beginner's guide. I'm going to quick overview on the perks and why I think certain ones are better than others, and we'll do a quick play game where I'll try to explain my thought process. I'm not going to explain every single one of his abilities, but this is mostly for the active Wuyang players. It used to be for the minor perks, Overflow versus Balance. So there's been a lot of nerfs and nerfs to this indirectly and directly. So directly, the passive restorative stream used to be 25 healing per second. That has now been nerfed to 20 per second, and the active beam went from 50 to 55. So they redistributed the passive healing to the active healing. So that's one reason you don't want to take Balance anymore. Number two, it's only 30% of 20, which puts it at 26 healing per second. And then indirectly, every hero in the game now has a global debuff where if you take damage, you get 30% less healing. The global healing debuff or whatever, the old DPS passive is active now. So realistically, you're healing between like, instead of 14 healing per second, if it was just natural passive, it goes up to like 17. It's really not that much. It's such passive, 3 HP per second. It's weaker than a 0 aura Mizuki aura. So it's not very good. But Overflow now has more presence in the sense that you obviously don't have to reload, and then you get more resource, and you actually end up spending a lot of your resource now actively healing people. It goes through bubbles. It can help you when divas are everywhere, Winstons are everywhere, which are very popular. You can actively heal them through it, and then press your shift or your Rushing Torrent while you obviously have the perk, and then you get your resource back. So it ends up being a shit ton of healing if you're actually smart with it. So you can do this. Your resource is almost done. You wave, your resource heals, and then you press your Rushing Torrent and you can refill your resource. So there's two ways to refill your resource now. One, your Guardian Wave will heal 33% of your stream resource, which is that, you know, that little bar in the center. Boom, you see it healed. My resource refilled. Now you press it one more time and it refills. So he's actually really good at hard pocketing people in that sense. Very, very strong. So that's one of the big reasons why I always take Overflow now. Then number two, a lot of people in the chat have been asking why I don't take Ebb and Flow. I think this ability is realistically only good if you really need to survive to like push somebody off you. But I find Wuyang's survivability is actually pretty good without it. And it's hard to get good value forward and back. And this is on a single cooldown, whereas Falling Rain is just a big DPS increase onto your orbs. And it's incredibly powerful if you just like poke like a random backline. Obviously, there's merit in like chipping away at a frontline tank, but just randomly poking a squishy DPS or support, enemy support in the backline with the triple orb, it's a lot safer, and this is always active. Literally every orb is a triple orb, has much better uptime than the value of an Ebb and Flow. I think if I was playing 6v6, you can argue for Ebb and Flow because it's an extra tank and you need the extra heals, but I think this is really powerful. So these are the two perks I would take, and the big thing that changed the season was the Survivor Subrole, where using a movement ability now activates your passive health regen. So now you have to think of this Rushing Torrent as not only a movement ability, so I would, but it's a self-healing ability. The moment you press your shift now, or whatever it is on console, Rushing Torrent, you are healing 21.3 HP per second because it activates that healing passive. You know, imagine you're playing Ana and you're in trouble. A lot of Anas will self-nade themselves because that's their only form of self-healing. The fact that Wuyang can just self-heal by pressing this 20 HP per second is insane. That's a full Lucio aura. That's a max Mizuki aura, as long as you don't take damage again. So when you're in trouble and you press this Rushing Torrent, it's actually really good. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think he's really strong, because he has really high survivability and he's fast with this. And at worst case, you boop them back with this, and you also self-heal on the Guardian Wave. So he's incredibly safe, incredibly potent. I think those are the two big justifications on why Wuyang is a really strong support still this season. Now let's hop into a game and let's talk more thought process here. When do you want to play Wuyang here? Well, because I'm in quick play, it doesn't really matter. But I think Wuyang pairs best. He's kind of a supplementary healer. He's not going to have crazy crazy team healing, but he's actually pretty sufficient. He's actually better than what people expect. But I would like him paired best with Ana, Kiriko, or Juno, any of those three main ones. It's okay with Bap. You can play Bap, Wuyang, Poke. Yeah, arguably Moira as well. Even Alari. It's a little comp dependent. And then he excels even more when you think outside the supports. He excels even more if you have a DPS that kind of likes the stream, the little passive heal like that, usually a flanker. So sometimes a tracer, an Onron, Echo, like a flyer, really solid in the sense because there's a huge forgiving time for it to disappear. 5 seconds before your passive line of sight removes this passive healing on them. It helps your flankers win duels pretty well. If they come even near you somewhat, you can just like hold the beam on them for half a second, and that's already big chunky healings to top them off. It's pretty long. Now anyways, now what do you do on Wuyang? You poke. He is so strong. This is one of those things where like you do so much damage to them that they can't peek. And because they can't peek, there's less damage coming onto your team, which therefore means you don't have to heal as much for your team. So Onran actually lost the stream. I give it to her now. I don't want to burn my wave just yet. We don't need it. We're actually pushing this cart for free, so what I should be looking to do is try to hit the squishies. Hard to hit the cat. The Mauga is free right now. He might be the only one I'm going for. I want to wave my Domina, but right now my Domina's in a little bit of trouble. Her shield's back up. This Mauga's in front of my face. I don't want to stand here for as long as I can. I could swing out wide, but he's giving me the space, so now I'm going to actually shoot the squishies. Hanzo. Like, Mauga has so much HP to burn through unless we're all on it, so this Hanzo can die. There he is. Try to hit the cat. Dead. Okay, now we can hit the Mauga. Now we have numbers advantage, so you just want to press your advantage. I think a lot of people play really passively on support. This is a hero that you don't really have to be too scared to play. Like that. Bap is in trouble. My Domina's in trouble, actually. But overall, what's our goal? To cap the point. Did we cap the point? Yes. It forced the Mauga to stomp onto the Domina because we opted to be aggressive here. How do you aim with this guy? As long as the power or the orb gets empowered, the little charges up, that's when you should redirect it. And if it's in a straight line and a choke, you can let go so you can charge your next one a little bit earlier. You can obviously hold the button down until it like fully pops. Okay, now I'm gonna take the overflow, right? I talked about the perk earlier. This guy's dead. He's gonna jump up. I'm just gonna get aggressive here. Loop him up. Try to hit that on him. I'm bad. Mechanic's a little rusty. My bad. Not really rusty. I just missed. That happens. There's a squishy there. I hear the Mauga to my right. Keeping an eye on him. But like he's not... I heard him stomp already, so he's got no more gap closer. So these are the things that are going on in your head right now. In a 5v5, you're like, okay, what are my threats there? They're swapping their comps right now. The best people to hit in this comp are Soldier, Baptiste right now. Cat's a little hard to hit. Catch me if you can. We can actually kill the cat here. There we go. I was actually yapping and not paying attention, but these guys are gonna move for free. But you always have to like consider the game state. Right now, we have so much pressure that like I'm able to stand here. Like you don't want to just like take this advice blindly. Or when you guys watch streamers, you're like, why are they allowed to play like this far up and this and that? It's because the game state allows them to, but it doesn't mean you should do it every time. It's the same argument with like TikTok flanking Moiras. A lot of people on like, you know, on social media will be like, my Moira's never healing because they're in the back line. Well, if they're obviously like doing it at a bad time, it's not good. But I actually think the flanking at the right times is incredibly powerful. I'm gonna ult her because she's engaging. Make use of that. So she's on her own now, by the way. There's nothing I can do with her. At that point, she's out of my range. I can just maybe contribute some damage. But sometimes you also have to learn to let people die. I also think that's something you kind of figure out as a support player pretty quick, that some people are not salvageable and you don't want to throw your life away for theirs, because oftentimes you'll just sack yourself as well. Wuyang is also a hero that needs to play like middle to back unless you're getting really aggressive for angles. So like the worst thing you can do as Wu is do this thing, or even all supports, is when you heal someone, a lot of you guys watch your natural tendencies. Everybody likes to move forward to the person they're healing. It's such a strange pattern that's like really common. Also, we just smoked them, so I don't even know. That was so fast. I don't even think that was valuable. I used to do a lot of VOD reviews. I think every diamond and under VOD review support player I watched had this tendency. I don't even think there was a single one that understood their range and space, where they just for some reason ran forward towards the person they're healing. The most common was Ana. The amount of Anas that just start jumping towards the person they're trying to heal, where it's just not optimal to do that, is insane. The other person is looking at their beam target. Yes, you also don't need to look at your beam target. Kind of like Mercy, where if you're beaming somebody, you can just keep your eyes scanning the battlefield, reassessing what's the most important thing you need to do right now. Wuyang is trash, not gonna lie. That character is buns. I disagree. He was even played in no WCS, I'm pretty sure. He's very strong on solo queue. Any sort of support hero that has offensive capabilities and playmaking, his ultimate in itself is like a playmaker. If you guys watch basketball, a good analogy is like you need someone to facilitate. You'll see like these people with like not great like field goal percentages, but they're like moving and making something happen. The worst thing you ever have on a basketball team is the guy that just dribbles, the point guy that just dribbles and can't figure out how to like make stuff happen. Even if you take the shot and miss, that's okay. But like you're like making stuff happen. And I feel like heroes like Lifeweaver currently, it's hard to make things happen because you're such a reactionary based hero. Like you could obviously climb, but like it's easier to climb if you're very proactive on support. So Wuyang is safe, he has strong poke, and he has a proactive ultimate that makes people go. Gives them movement speed, gives them overhealth. Sorry, the question was when to spam orbs. Whenever you can. If you're not actively healing anybody, you should always just be spamming the shots wherever you can. One thing you have to the stat you should never look at is accuracy. For heroes like Zen and Wuyang, who cares? Even if you don't hit anybody, and you're just spamming them down choke. Imagine the enemy team's perspective. They just see orbs flying down choke. It deters them. It's like an insect repellent. If you don't need to actively heal someone with the active beam or save someone with the restorative wave, you just be shooting. Priority is closer-ish DPS heroes. Backline supports are nice, but it's really hard to land back to back because you need, that's 100, 200, and you need somebody to clean up. If you have a tracer to clean up, then sure. But like, it's much easier to hit like the people that are a little close. If no one else is there, you can spam the tank. Should you use ult, Wuyang ult to create pressure? Maybe saying a couple days ago not to use it reactively. If you can proactively engage with it, it's almost always better than react. Sometimes you have no choice but to reactively respond. But Overwatch this is like ranked. This is what you guys are playing. You're not playing in a pro environment where there's like strategy to like waiting and stuff, like because your team isn't probably disengaging very well. Like just being proactive with it, just treat it like a nano boost. Like it sucks to use your nano reactively, but sometimes it's the right call because it heals. And Wuyang's can be used reactively, but isn't it so much better to proactively nano blade? And now with Wuyang, you can like woo blade, you know? Title. So right there, you know, I saw my Mizuki was kind of low, but you saw I actually didn't end up beaming him because we already had numbers advantage. The best form of mitigation is a dead enemy, and my passive beam was on him. I didn't waste time doing this. When they were lined up for me there, I could just do 100 damage to them. 100 damage instantly to the enemy is more than 50 HP per second like this. To a Mizuki as well, who could just throw a hat off a teammate and heal himself anyways. So that was a small target priority thing. I don't know if you caught. So right now, my Hazard's a little bit in trouble. I just sat in that entire thing by accident. So I got Domina. I feel like Domina's crystal kind of hard to see. Okay, so now in this matchup specifically against Domina, Wuyang is incredibly strong at breaking the shield. It's 225 HP. Each one does 100, and they're splash, so you're chipping away at the other ones too, especially if you hit the corners. So we lost our tank, so now we're just chilling. We beam someone here, go into some cover, chilling, just farming for some damage. Almost have my ultimate available. Oh, so they're already opening up. There's honestly not much we can do. We could break this for our guy here, but we're kind of cooked here, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to let people die. Did I need to get closer to them to heal as Wu? No. I have my ult. I don't actually need to poke them right now in the sense that I could be giving their supports more ult charge right now. If I had somebody that could follow up, maybe this Emre. If I had a tracer still like going in, I could just poke right now a little bit. I just gave the Domina some ult charge. That's my mistake. Okay, so now I look at my team. Who do I give this to? I probably give it the Hazard or my Sombra, like genuinely.
Reverse the time.
No fear. Get in there.
I'm on fire.
She went for the stun first. This Genji wants me. I'm gonna do this. Wait. He probably will kill me. Remember my Rushing Torrent is an insta heal. Do you see? I just did this and I heal 20 HP per second. With this new Subrole passive stuff. We have no choice but to deal with this backline now. We want to go for Genji first. The Domina is going to be here. I do play my life. Poke damage. There's a break here, which is easier to kill. Curve that. Watch her. The shield's going to break now. She's going to stun me. Honestly, I'm in spawn. Like, honestly, she just burned her ult because I applied pressure to her. If I picked the wrong target there, like the Domina, wouldn't have been, maybe we could have killed her, but she's gonna die anyways because she's so out of position now, greeting for that kill. But doing that by itself, pressure always causes a reaction, and that's what Wuyang excels at. So I just pressured the Brig, and she just panic ulted, and that already is like such a good trade for the team. Is anybody on cart? No, but as much as you want to prioritize cart, taking this space is more important. You will always be able to push cart after the fact anyways. Like this Brig is actually in a tough spot. I just saw her use the thing. I used my wave there offensively because I could see all 5 of them. They're really far away and nobody can capitalize on me, so I used it in an aggressive manner. Going for the Life Weaver now. He's sitting in a thing. It made him panic. Offensive pressure made him panic. I don't actually have my beam on somebody right now. Want to look for squishies like this Weaver or this Genji here. This might be tough because, ooh. I pocketed him first. That's the first goal. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna take the. Fuck. I meant to. I was trying to yap. I was trying to take the perk, and then I had my ult open. Okay, now I have triple orbs, which is a much better perk in 5v5 in my opinion. Do you see that? I just broke 4 squares of that Domina. I think it's so good into that shield here. So there's no one else to shoot. Oh, I found the Bastion. I lied. There was a Bastion. We're stuck in spawn, but you know. So far, so good. It's not like my healing's abysmal, but we're adding a lot of offensive pressure to the enemy right now. Forcing buttons.
Catch me if you can.
Anybody to shoot? This guy needs a bit of juice. He's close enough to full. Okay. Mizuki's in trouble here. I'm trying to help him. The Domina's chasing him. Now we go for the Domina here. Dead. Up my Mizuki by breaking the Panopticon for him. Very good. We just traded the tank for nothing and the Brig ulted. They have a Bastion here. Full damage. Be careful, team. It's a 4v4, unfortunately. Big Lifeweaver ult. Lifeweaver's walking in. I just accidentally... Okay, that was bad. I actually meant to sidestep into the wave there, but I actually sidestepped in out of line of sight. All right, ignore that part, please. But that was the idea. I wanted to sidestep to just wave them and amp the healing, especially good for Roadhog because he gets extra heals on his own vape. Anyways, big takeaway point is right now, these guys are still kind of low. I should have my wave cooldown back in a moment. All this healing is giving me ult charge. Break pieces here. Do we have a blade? I should probably wait for the blade. Sidestep. I don't want to ult right now. I kind of want to combo him. We're already down a person. Everyone's low. Like, realistically, if I ulted him, nothing happens because everyone's on the back foot now. He would be going in what they call 1v5. Honestly, they're kind of aggressive now. Oh, no. Okay. Clean up. Now we restart. I'm going to break some of these squares.
Try to keep up. The dragon becomes
I just gave it to him initiate because he looked like he was waiting for it. I'm gonna heal him actively right now. Very good. It made space for us. We killed the Domina in the back. We let our Roadhog take care of it. That blade was enough to kind of push them all back and go. Since we don't have a Winston or D.Va to initiate, honestly, Wuyang blade is pretty safe because he has like 600 HP and he's fast. Made them all run, and that was the space we needed to get out because we were kind of spawn stuck for a little bit. I was actually going to go high ground first, but it looks like my whole team is. Usually, like, honestly, Wuyang's fine to push KarQ because I can still curve my stuff and help him out. There's nobody to... I want to ideally beam my squishies right now. This guy needs it. I didn't want to give it to Hog, but he was the closest target just for a brief moment. I want to break this Omna stuff. Copy. I should be able to break it. Alright. You have to break. You have to do 450 damage to break the Panopticon from Domina. Kind of chilling right now because they actually burned. Oh, that's a squishy right there. Very good. I'm gonna actually do this to my Hog so he self-vapes and heals the full. And now what are we looking for? We want to look for squishies. There is a Domina in my face, but if I can hit this Lifeweaver and make him panic, that would be very ideal right now. Okay, he's running. I hear the Bastion ult. Gotta get ready to press the torrenting wave when he goes for me. Kill this guy. Make sure he's the highest priority. I almost have a Wu ult here. Need him to go for the thing. I'm a little in danger, but I'm gonna press my shift right now to heal. That guy's watching me, so I can't re-peek there because he's waiting for me to re-peek. Nothing to shoot. That's a little tough here. I think I can't be the one to touch. I need my Sombra to go. Ah, she didn't go. Well, didn't win. Can't win them all, but hopefully I don't think like I was an anchor by any means. Sometimes things don't work out in your favor. I definitely felt like I contributed as best as I could there. But that's the idea with Wuyang. You do what you can to contribute to the team, and I think just Domina it was a tough play. If we don't have a D.Va into Domina, Bastion, Cass, it was really hard. Anyways, that's Wuyang in a nutshell. All right, educational section done.